Hey, how's it going? This is a presentation to just quickly explain exactly what's happening with punks and punk's not dead and punk is dead and all the dead punk stuff. And it's to tell you a bit about what this website is all about, what it's linked to, its mission is, and all that. I'll try to keep this short because I've been realizing and living strange things out of this world, even things that are hard to believe and stuff we need to understand and feel and comprehend in order to evolve properly and to be a proper resistance like punks should be. I'm not really a punk, but I grew up with the punks a lot. I was too much of a hippie. I was the fucking hippie when I was at Punk Fest in Marmora, Toronto. Yeah, I would be the fucking hippie. I walked in there with a tie-dye shirt and whatever. Sorry, I'm wired. I'm wired. I gotta ride that rail inside of me that's keeping me away from whatever. That's the kind of stuff I'd be talking about. This strange stuff that people discard, usually narcissists and manipulators and whoever's in that collectivity of united fascists, narcissistic fascists, serial killers that are after marginals, punks, the resistance, militants, and good people, actually, that were, because that was the whole mission. So it's going to be to measure how society changes since the recent changes in social structure and the revolution that started respinning again underground and working properly. The sun starting to work in the right direction, so that might be hard to understand. That's some of the weird stuff I'm going to be talking about. Bar language, or the devil's tongue, the bird language, the word games language, the manipulation language. I'm going to be talking about the effects of music, but not just punk rock and folk punk and punk music. Uh, right now, I'm listening to this. I stumbled on last.fm. Sorry, last FM on Google, and I was looking for grindcore because I liked and I was told it was very sane music and it worked in the proper direction and all that. And so I decided to explore the unknown, and for about a week or two now, I've been listening to this non-stop grindcore, and grindcore bands actually started doing what I want to do with this website, is to open. Oh, sorry, I look silly, but it's annoying, this thing. Ah, it's this wild mandolin string. It kind of hurts a bit, so whenever you rub against it, you go away, but it keeps you from getting somewhere in your head that is probably good for you or something, because it's keeping you away from there. So stuff like that, how to feel energy inside of you, to get the punks in tune with their higher self. And a lot of punks have glasses, have realized or realized the realize uh, things you have to do in order to be a punk and a resistant being. So the dangers, what to look after, how fascism and Nazis disguise and copycat us and infiltrate from underground. Well, they used to anyways. Giving us the Turkish turquoise bath of the eternal snowbank and white lines everywhere. So those are the kind of psychotic lapses, phases that I can have sometimes, because being at war, you get all this these sequels and links and things that appear in your mind, and these tattoos in your face and in your head, and these roses and kisses and curses and magic. Yeah, I said magic, and all the psychological manipulation and all that. So I want to get punks that they used to say no gods, no master. I'm not asking to believe in God. Uh, what I'm saying is to get in touch with your higher self and your spirituality and your soul. And I wouldn't want a God master unless he's an anarchist freak that's equal and just and virtuous with everyone, I guess, and that is uncorruptible. But we're actually I'm going to be talking about how we're all creators in this universe, how religions are rooftops, domes, collective mind spaces, but also some are cages. I'm going to explain those dark ages that appear in our minds and society and the way people behave, the paranoia related to being an activist, the dangers, what to look for, what to watch out, how to recognize evil people in disguise, because they're going to keep on trying to get back on top from underground, like a white blood cell, that phagocytosis a virus, what we did. And we flipped the pyramid upside down. It's the King Justin Anarchist that did that. I know him personally. So yeah, since all these major weird changes and things that you probably noticed, special things in your life or lately, or maybe it's going to be after this video, because I'm also contagious. I'm one of them, or might be the one in which we live in, you live in. Yeah, and I'll explain that we connect to each other, and there's a big part of spirituality that punks need to open to and to explore. And this whole realm and dimension, multiple dimensions to explore, and to do magic in, and to feel, and to love, and then I'm gonna talk about haters and things to avoid being an activist, what to show, what not to show, what attitude to develop, and what I would think would be the most logical, trying to channel the proper ideologies for everybody. So yeah, I'm going to be talking about channeling and how we channel. All of us channel other people and other beings all the time, often, and that's what I'm going to try to keep in touch with, is that channeled information, that truth that's written on the collective mind space. Well, this politics will create collective mind space of ideologies, and utopias will create mind spaces and are realizable, because everything is realizable. When you have realize, you can create whatever. You can manipulate light and vibration and frequencies and elements. So we're magicians. Physics is magic. Computers is magic. In some sort of way, it's manipulating symbols and resistance and waves and ones and zeros. And that's all energy flowing in the computer. It's a magical energy. We're going to be talking about the chakras, how we need to form a new collective religion, or not necessarily religion, but science and religion need to merge and to come to a common point. I'm going to be talking about ancient beliefs, ancient hierarchies and structures, whatever goes through my mind, trying to find some special, original subjects to discuss and everything. Because when I grew up and decided to be a marginal, and ended up with the fuckies, the fucked up ones, the fucky in French in Quebec. And when I started hanging out with them, I learned about anarchy and to being an anarchist and how it should save the world and how it's a good option and it's for good principles and reason and virtue and all that. And it's a socialist kind of a doctrine or a political philosophy. So I got interested in that, but it was all these books you had to read to figure out what it was exactly to be an anarchist. So a lot of these videos and texts and articles I'll be writing are going to be about how to be an anarchist and to sorry about to watch out about some gurus or can gurus, maybe not cans gurus, the Chinese can, but a can guru that has the redhead bullies behind them that manipulates people around you, and they're showing the fascist way. Uh, punks are being fascistized like society, and they're learning a game that's right wing and oppressive and scare or fear related technique. They were kind of starting to love Harley Quinn a lot, and she still has a role, like, and she's always going to be there. But I noticed that punks didn't seem to have a left arm, and there was parts missing, and then they were living with a curse, multiple curses, and that you only psychiatrists will figure out because they're all often related to mental illness, and society has been structured to get everybody mentally plugged on medication or something. So it's all this capitalist system that we're fighting briefly with, proposing anarchy and peace, equality, equilibrium, and freedom on one side. The way I see it is to move anarchy to the center, although it's a left-wing kind of socialist, people to power to the people, implicating the people type of thing that offers services as much as possible, like left wings, but it should position itself, even though it's very left wing, or maybe sometimes extreme left wing when it goes to breaking and chaos. That's even worse than dictatorial communism. So that's chaos. Is destroying everything. You'll have to rebuild. So how to notice chaos punks? What they're showing you the wrong way. Am I ever gonna get this thing? Sore neck. Uh, uh, yeah. And then what was I saying? So it's 4:20. Gonna be talking about drugs, hallucinogenics, trance, meditation, out of body experience, energy from the universe, chi, prana, what they are, what the chakras do, and what I think that makes God, different views about God and what created who, views about creationism and the start of the Big Bang or the start of everything, thoughts, and I'm going to try to get open discussions about those things. And although I made up my mind about all that, I'm almost to the end. I'm still working on some theories, but I kind of work my theories by talking about it and by dipping into the channeling space. The proper words kind of fit in and form this logic that I've heard weeks after I did videos that would talk about my theory I had or my opinion I had about this and that. Well, they're actually sharing the same point of view. So I'm probably not that far away because it did happen a lot of times. And being contagious, I want to share this universal anarchy love to the whole world and kiss the whole world. This new nice black coat of protection, free scarf, free coat, free clothes, free house, free manor. You're welcome home. I'm your home if you want. You can do whatever you want. There's toboggans and slides and a pool in hell and lampposts in hell and hell. There's a whole bunch of cool people hanging out down in hell and what they call hell is down here. When you're a host, when you're an alpha master, I'm going to talk about the alpha mind states and guide those alpha leader punks or resistant leaders. Tricks about running crowds and running the puppets and running the puppet show, getting people to do what you want without breaking their freedom or constraining them or being a dick shit about it, and how to create situations in order to get things balanced and working and collectively happening and to get everything right for the collectivity, and the collectivity will feed you back. So that's some sort of I'm anarcho-collectivist. I believe in collectivity because that's what makes us strong. That's what made fascists strong, was their unity. Unity was fascism, and United States and united are the nations. Mickey Mouse has been traveling a lot, giving those fascist mimics to people, and Hollywood's been going crazy about conquering the world. How TV, how music programs you and does magic. How just speech, keywords, what they do, how to speak, what they do, the freedom of speech, what intimidation does. It links to narcissism and fascism. A lot of talk about narcissists and narcissistic mind control and manipulation and telepathy, schizophrenia, kind of close to telepathic experiences, don't you think? Talking about psychiatry, the New World Order, crunching rails in your mind when you feel the energy. That's why I look silly. It's annoying. It won't slap. You kind of have to glide right on it, otherwise it just doesn't break apart. When you get right dead center, the crust wire hard feeling energy undoes and it becomes a veil, this kind of unicellular with veins and bubbles on it, kind of robe that's all wrapped around. You kind of feel I keep on. There's all those trails for the rats and the pigs and down there, and everybody has a spot. Actually, when people work physically, they clean the garbage, but they breathe. They all have a way. A way is a good air energy. How to get your way. How to work your own way, and to never need to steal people's money. What the reasons why punks are broke. What reasons why punks always look like they're doing something that's degrading them and making them look bad. Who actually does that and for what reason? How to evaluate people, because there's a lot of infiltration and everything they say, everything, nothing gets created, nothing gets lost, everything transforms. That's Albert Einstein that said that, and it's for quantum mechanics and physics. And everything is atom and energy and light. So we're going to be talking about that a lot, and how if God can manipulate those things, we can probably develop mind control and mind powers to develop them again, because ourselves, because it's playing around with light and frequencies and like magnetism. So we're capable of a lot more, and we've been kept sleeping and blind and deaf and away from the power of the human being. It's outrageous how much power we have, and how much you can trust the universe in balancing things now. And it's the new anarchist order that reigns upon us, and we have a good father now. And I always ring when they say father. There's this guy with a red toque that flashes, that's in the middle of the crowd with no one around him. It's me. It's always me. So take it from a one, experiencing oneness, and a really one nice good thing, and as all these weird things happening, and to share and to talk about. So it's going to be politics, religion, spirituality, esotericism, alchemy, the power of words, elements, Mercury melting your mind right now. Mercury melting your mind right now. Salt and sulfur making it through also. Energy, wine, whiskey, what the difference are, where they come from, what are energy balls, what are roses, what are kisses, what are flowers. We're going to be doing a lot of bird language and playing around with words and double meanings. And then identifying demons and normal, really good looking people that look really nice and really cooperative. But deep down, they're taking every single opportunity to put every source of love and goodness away and off and silenced, and just dragging those bad habits to good people and resistant people, and then keeping them partying, and how they kind of cast you into this dream where you just kill yourself every day, loving it. And this game, we'd kill each other with this fascist game we were learning. It was crazy. So anarchy was fighting against that. Now we have to be careful, because since we've been giving them love and making them and acting on this is love. So the love feeding what they told people not to touch is actually what you got to work on, and that's actually a microphone also. What words you put on there will be loved by it, or by these people below that are underneath, that are underdogs now. So all the underdogs are learning from the higher upper dogs, and the proper persons are on top, the ones with good habits, not the ones with capitalistic greed and needs and intentions and corporate logic and whatever wire motors and oil it gives. So then I'm going to talk about alpha zones. I don't know, alpha. The vibrations are not as strong right now, but I kind of see the atmosphere. So I'm going to be talking about the different dimensions. A lot of music talk, what music to listen to, what music does, what music did for me, kisses I've had, and malfunctions and spells that were tested on me, how I learned magic, how I learned it to hypnotic magic and summoning magic, illusion. You can even get demons to pop up if you believe in them. Whatever you believe in is possible, actually, or will be possible. We're creators, so we gotta be careful to what we say and to who we say it and the way we say it. Take that way. So yeah, I'm Justin Anarchist. And collectivity is ruling over the king that serves the community now. And it's an anarchist king below community. So there's going to be new princesses everywhere, and new mermaids, and new unicorns, and there's going to be new structures, new links between people, less destructive stuff is going to happen. The more positive we're going to be, and the more working anarchy is going to be. So I'm going to be talking about hope and not to let go, and then the dangers, the flaws, what can happen, the way, what messages they send you to identify that you're being followed, what the camp is exactly, what it leads to, what an extreme right regime actually does, what it leads to, what happens to social services, a bit of politics, whatever goes through my mind. So there's going to be lots of variety, and it's all going to be coming from the mind of a marginal that's been marginal all his life. Now I'm 42 years old. I've been to university in fine arts, and I have a degree in fine arts at Dawson College in Montreal for college. I did lots of music festivals. I'm an underground music lover. I'm always at garage bands and little gigs and festivals. So I have this full chest, full of energy and to give, and to please somebody take this stuff. I have a liquor and beer pouring out of the ceiling. So I'll explain exactly what they do when they show they're drinking a beer. That little secret. I have lots of secrets to tell because I don't believe in secrets. I think we should all be aware. So I think I pretty much made it around. It's been 30 minutes, so I'm going to continue my thinking and my designing my universe in order to get everybody what they want and happy and living, and give them a nice, comfy home to live in, and comfort and protection. So this is a kiss for you of protection and a guardian entity, not to say angel, because we're not living in the Christian cage no more. We have access to the universe through the roof. So now the roof's open. You can go play around like a flying dough with pasta and spaghetti, and fall upon people like spaghetti if you want. The sky is the limit. Careful what you say. Be positive. Be loud. Be strong. Be confident. And let it be. Let love rule. That's the main secret. And the secret in the maze is to follow the love. That's how you make it through those tunnels at the right spot, the right moment, and that you get rid of what's killing you and what evil is influencing you. Yeah, we're eventually gonna devour all evil, and it's all gonna become good. I believe that the power of love. It's already turned skinheads into punks with 2 mohawks, and Nazis into punks. So if Nazis start loving punk stuff, because we've been loving them with that stuff, on the fuck button, on the revolver, well, I guess if they start liking what they want, we'll probably make it somewhere, well, where their strength is going to go smaller and smaller, and they're going to start noticing that they're going to hit the wall soon. And plus, if they're manipulating for their own purpose and their ego, they're standing in front of a wall. They don't get the energy, the beer, the life force we get. They're living in death because they're deadly. And they tell you what exactly is going around with this underground, and then take you around the underground, the abyss that lies inside of us, and the gates, the many gates, and the arch, the Archon's work, the Khazar's works, ancient civilization, Kabbalistic magic, Gnostic magic, Hermetic principles, channeling, all the multiple possibilities and the unlimited possibilities as humans have. We just have to organize ourselves with anarchy in the collective mind space in our mind. We shall influence and inspire through mind control. And what they used to call dictator, that's what's actually happening, is we're dictating evil how to be good by loving them. That's basically the resume of anarchy in your head. Collective mind space and virtue, virtuous justice, equality. So we'll be talking about all those things. So peace. Love metalheads, love marginals. Just love it. Bye-bye.